Hello everyone. Today we are going to solve some numerical problems, few numerical problems related to three-phase induction motors, which have been quite important when it comes to three-phase induction motor topics for module 5. This is how you can generally come across this chapter where you have a three-phase induction motor. So this one is a numerical problems which is to be discussed. Yes. So the first problem, it is like this. An 8-pole alternator runs at 750 RPM and supplies power to 6-pole 3-phase induction motor. So induction motor here refers to a 3-phase induction motor that is being present, which has full load slip of 3%. So what do you need to do? You need to find out the full load speed of the motor, that is the induction motor, and the frequency of the rotor EMF. So an 8-pole alternator which runs at 750 RPM and it is being supplying power to the 6-pole induction motor. So let me write it by diagram. So this is an alternator, so which is a three-phase alternator. So it is being supplying power to 3-phase induction motor. So it is being coupled in such a way that so you will be having the coupling being provided to alternator, okay, alternator and 3-phase induction motor. So 3-phase induction motor and alternator are said to be coupled. So the poles of the alternator is 8 and the speed at which the alternator is rotating is 750 RPM. So it is being rotating at 750 RPM. Number of poles of an alternator, that is the stator poles of an alternator, is 8 and you have 750 RPM there. So now when it comes to the induction motor, the pole of an induction motor, let me write it as P itself, so is 6. So and the slip of the induction motor, so if you have gone through the study material whatever I have posted, so the slip is given as 3%. So 3%, it is generally expressed in percentage. So if I want to write in the numbers or in decimal points, so it is 0.03. So now what you need to do is you need to find out the full load speed of the motor. Full load speed of the motor is nothing but the rotor is rotating there. So full load, once it has been fully loaded, it is NR, or we generally call that to be N. So that is the speed of motor, the speed of motor which is being present there, and the frequency of the rotor EMF. So FR is said to be the frequency of the rotor EMF. So FR, so that is what it has been given. FR is given by S into F. So now I have all the equations which is being present there. So let me proceed with the solution. So first one, to find out the full load speed of the motor, N. So how do I calculate N? Ns times 1 minus S. So S is known, but Ns is not known. So Ns, that is the synchronous speed. That is the synchronous speed. So it is being given as 120 F divided by P. So synchronous speed, here I am referring to the 3-phase induction motor that is being present. So synchronous speed can be calculated using this formula. So now I need the frequency of the induced EMF. F, whatever that's been present here. So F is the frequency of induced EMF. Frequency of induced EMF that is present. So how I can calculate it? I know the speed at which the alternator is rotating and the poles of an alternator. So 8-pole and it is 750 RPM. So NA into PA, 750 into 8 divided by 120. So whatever that's been present, so 0 and 0 get cancelled and 2 4s are, yeah, this one is 2 6 that is being present. So finally you will be getting it as 50 Hertz. So the frequency is said to be 50 Hertz. So you can solve it and get to know how you get 60 Hertz. So you can use calculator and find it. So this is how we can find out the frequency of the induced EMF. Similarly, Ns can be got by 120 into 50. Okay, that's the frequency divided by poles, that is 6. So 12 5s are, you can generally guess 12 5s are, it is 60. So I have 2 more zeros that is being present. So it is 1000 RPM. So 1000 RPM is the synchronous speed of the motor. So that is NS, which is three-phase induction motor, runs at a synchronous speed of 1000 RPM. Synchronous speed, which is 1000 RPM. So next one, I need to calculate the frequency of the rotor EMF. So frequency of the rotor EMF FR is being given as S into F. So what I need to do, so I know S, which is 0.03, and F I know, which is 50 Hertz. So I can write this one to be 3%. Let me express it as 3%. So 3 divided by 100. So it is 55 ones of 5 twos are. So that is FR is 1.5 Hertz. So frequency of the, so this is frequency of rotor EMF. Frequency of rotor EMF is said to be 1.5 Hertz. So this is one of the important problems which might occur in case of the numerical problems of a three-phase induction motor. So let me write the heading as numerical problems on three-phase induction motor. So this is how we can calculate. So this is one of the important problems that you might come across in the examination purpose. So moving on to the next problem. Yes, this is the second problem that I have. Yeah, this is the second problem. So let me list down the solution to this given problem. Yeah. So a three-phase induction motor has 6 poles, P is equal to 6, and it runs at 960 RPM. So whatever the RPM it has been running, it is the rotor RPM that is being present there on full loaded condition. So definitely it is a full loaded condition. It is supplied from an alternator having 4 poles and 1500 RPM. So poles of an alternator is 4, and the speed at which the alternator is running is 1500 RPM. So what do I need to do? I need to calculate the slip, which is nothing but the full load slip, and next one, which is the frequency of the rotor current. So I need to calculate these two parameters which are being related to the three-phase induction motor. So again, following the same steps, let me run through it. So NA into PA divided by 120. So this is nothing but the frequency of the induced EMF. NA, which is the poles of an alternator, speed of an alternator, 1500. NA is 1500, PA is 4. So I'll be dividing it by 120. So yeah, 4 ones are, 4 threes are here, 3 ones are, 3 fives are, yeah, the frequency is said to be 50 Hertz. Okay, so now I have the frequency being got there. So using the frequency, I need to calculate the full load slip which is being present. So just before that, NS can be calculated by 120F divided by P. So which is a P, what you take here, P is nothing but 6. So this is induction motor. So three-phase induction motor pole, whatever that's there. So that is P, what you can find out. So 120 into 50, frequency is 50 Hertz. Okay, so divided by 6. So 6 ones are 6, 2s are 20. So that is 2 5s are, that is 1000 RPM. So NS is said to be 1000 RPM. You can follow the same steps again and you can list out. Okay, so next moving on to the other problem. Yeah, this is the third problem which has been there. Yes, a 4-pole P is equal to 4. Yeah, 50 Hertz, F is equal to 50 Hertz. Okay, and induction motor has a rotor frequency FR is 2 Hertz. Okay, determine the synchronous speed NS and the speed of the motor, and you need to find out slip also. So this is what it has been given there. P is equal to 4, F is equal to 50 Hertz, FR is equal to 2 Hertz. So how do you find out slip? You know the relation between rotor frequency, slip, and nominal frequency, normal frequency, that is 50 Hertz. So slip can be found out by FR by F. So this you can find out and get the answer. FR is said to be 2 divided by 50. It is generally, yeah, it is 4%. So you can easily find out. So it is generally 4% there. So let me, yeah, let me write it down. So FR is 2 divided by 50. So it is 4%. So you can easily find out. So it is generally 4%. So you can easily find out. So it is generally 4% there. So you can easily find out. So it is generally 4% there. So let me, yeah, let me write it down. So FR is 2 divided by 50. So it is generally 4% there. So you can easily find out. So it is generally 4% there. So you can easily find out. So it is generally 4% there. So you can easily find out. So it is generally 4% there. So you can easily find out. So it is generally 4% there. So you can easily find out. So it is generally 4% there. So you can easily find out. So it is generally 4% there. So you can easily find out. So it is generally 4% there. So you can easily find out. So it is generally 4% there. So you can easily find out. So it is generally 4% there. So you can easily find out. So it is generally 4% there. So you can easily find out. So it is generally 4% there. So you can easily find out. So it is generally use a calculator and let me verify. 2 by 50, what is 2 by 50? Yes, so 2 divided by 50, so that is 0.04, 0.04, so that is being given there as 4%. So that's how we can calculate slip. And synchronous speed, so ns you have relation 120 f divided by p. Okay, so ns equals 120 f divided by p. So what is f? 120 into 50 divided by 4. So I have 4 ones are 4, 30s are, so that is 1500 rpm. Okay, so next one, so synchronous speed I have got, the slip I have got, then the speed of the motor. So knowing the synchronous speed and the slip, you have a relation n, which is the speed of the motor. Speed of the motor or speed of the rotor, it is one and the same. So speed of the motor can be calculated as n equals ns times 1 minus s. So n equals ns, that is 1500, 1 minus 4%, that is 0.04. So that is 1500.06, that is being present there. So let me calculate. So 1500, 1500 multiplied with 0.06. So yes, 1500. Yeah. Yeah, I just made a simple mistake here. Yeah. 1 minus, okay, 1 minus 0.04. Okay, so 0.96. So here it should be 0.96. I just made a simple mistake. So multiplied 1500 into 0.96. What is the value? So that is 1440 rpm. So that is the speed of the motor. So speed of the motor ns is always greater than n. Okay, so n is always less than ns. So that is being present there. So ns and n. So this is the approximation technique what you can use to find out the speed of the motor is always less than the synchronous speed. So speed of motor is always less than synchronous speed. Okay, so n always less than ns. So that's what you can find out. So next one, the next problem what I have here. Yes, so this is the last problem, and we can find out what is the synchronous speed and slip here. So let me read out the problem. A 6-pole squirrel cage induction motor. So you have the pole of the induction motor to be 6. So squirrel cage is the type of the rotor. So type of rotor. So based on the type of rotor, you can classify it as squirrel cage and slip ring induction motor. So you have voltage to be 400 volt, frequency to be 50 hertz, and it runs at 960 rpm. So n is 960 rpm. Now I need to find out synchronous speed. Okay, what is synchronous speed and slip? How do I find out? So let me go for the first one, which is the synchronous speed. Okay, ns is 120 f divided by p. So 120 into f. What is f? 50 divided by p is, what is p? This is a 6-pole machine. So that is 6000 divided by 6. That is 1000 rpm. So that is ns is 1000. Okay, 1000 rpm. Okay, next one, I have a slip which is being present there. So you know that the speed of the rotor is 960 rpm, ns is 1500, n is 960 rpm, this is rpm also. So n, you have ns 1 minus s. So you can find out like this. Okay, so next, n divided by ns, that would be 1 minus S. Okay, so N is 960 divided by 1000, that will be equal to 1 minus S. So 96 by 100, so that is, let me find out here, 96 divided by 100. 96 divided by 100, so that is 0.96. 0.96 equals 1 minus S. S is 4% or 0.04. So S is said to be 0.04 or 4%. I can write it like this. So this is the slip. Slip is given as small s. Synchronous speed is given as ns. So these are the some typical problems which you can expect for the upcoming examination or for the test that we are going to conduct. So see to it that you solve more number of problems related to it and try to understand whatever that has been there. Okay, so this is the end of it. These are the some important problems. You will be getting problems related to the same equation, whatever that I've solved. See to it that you solve more number of problems and finish it. Okay, so this is the end of the lecture on three-phase induction motor numerical